Assalamu alaikum and good day to each and everyone. So we are the group 6 and our topic is SDG 6, Clean Water and Sanitation. So ano nga ba ang SDG 6? So it seeks to ensure access to safe water and sanitation for all by 2030. Clean water and proper sanitation are essential for health, dignity, and sustainable development. Yet many communities still lack these basic services. Water scarcity, pollution, and poor sanitation particularly affect women and children, limiting opportunities and increasing health risks. So it focuses on providing safe and affordable drinking water, adequate sanitation and hygiene facilities, improving water quality, and protecting ecosystems related to water resources. So, it is very important because access to water, sanitation, and hygiene is our human right. Water is essential not only to our health but also to reduce poverty, food security, peace and human rights, ecosystems, and educations. So, nevertheless, countries face growing challenges linked to water scarcity, water pollution, degraded water-related ecosystems, and cooperation over transboundary water basins. So in 2024, 2.2 billion people still lack safely managed drinking water, 3.4 billion people lacked safely managed sanitation, and 1.7 billion lack basic hygiene services at home. So what can we do? Civil society organizations should have to keep governments accountable, invest in water research and development, and promote the inclusion of women, youth, and indigenous communities in water resources governance. So generating awareness of these roles and turning them into action will lead to win-to-win or win-win results and increased sustainability and integrity for both human and ecological systems. So, with that being said, let's proceed with the SDG 6 targets. So, first is the safe and affordable drinking water. By 2023 or by 2030 rather, achieve universal and equitable access to safe and affordable drinking water for all. So, safe drinking water is crucial for preventing diseases and promoting hygiene. Contaminated water can lead to serious health issues, including diarrheal diseases, cholera, and Typhoid. According to the World Health Organization, in 2022, 73% of the global population used safely managed drinking water services, which are defined as water resources that are located on premises, available when needed, and free from contamination. So in 2021, over 2 billion people lived in water-stressed countries, which is expected to exacerbate that in some regions as a result of climate change and population growth. So in 2022, globally, at least 1.7 billion people use a drinking water source contaminated with feces or um, microbial contamination of drinking water as a result of contamination with feces poses the greatest risk to drinking water safety. So in 2022, 73% of the global population, or at least 6 billion people, used a safely managed drinking water service that is one located on premises, available when needed, and free from contamination. But despite of the progress na meron tayo, there are still millions of people na mayroong lack of access to safe drinking water. Ito yung mga households na um, hindi hindi kayang makabayad or they are um, struggling with unaffordable water bills dahil sa pagtaas ng presyo. So hindi lahat nagkakaroon ng access sa safe water or sa safe and clean water. Next is the end open defecation and provide access to sanitation and hygiene. By 2030, achieve access to adequate and equitable sanitation and hygiene for all and end open defecation, paying special attention to the needs of women and girls and those in vulnerable situations. So, by 2030, it ensures access to adequate and equitable sanitation and hygiene for all with a focus on women and girls. At least 60 million people need to stop open defecation each year between 2015 and 2030 to meet this goal. Ending open defecation and providing access to sanitation and hygiene involves a multi-faceted approach, including a community-led development to build and use toilets, government investment in infrastructure, and educational programs to raise awareness about the health benefits of proper sanitation. So, ang ina-achieve ng Target 6.2 is yung magkaroon ng mga infrastructure such as safety or hygiene infrastructure such as mga toilets and other facilities or mga bathrooms na pwedeng or nagagamitan ng mga tao in a community and hindi lang sila sa open space magbabanyo. And yun, so ang focus nito especially is women and children. So these are some strategies to end open defecation and improve sanitation. First is the community-led and market-based approaches, government and international investment, behavioral change and hygiene education, infrastructure development, and of course focus on the needs of vulnerable groups. So it is very important to end open defecation to prevent diseases, reduces health risks, and also promotes dignity and safety to the people or the community people living in the community. So next is the Target 6.3, improve water quality, wastewater treatment, and safe reuse. So by 2030, improve water quality by reducing pollution, eliminating dumping, and minimizing release of hazardous chemicals and materials, having the proportion of untreated wastewater and substantially increasing recycling and safe reuse globally. So, to improve water quality, wastewater treatment, and safe reuse, focus on advanced technologies, resource recovery, and individual conservation efforts. So, at the community and individual level, conservation efforts and community cleanup projects play a vital role. So, it is important that we practice wastewater treatment systems such as implement advanced technologies, increase disinfection effectiveness, and prioritize resource recovery. So, promote water conservation and community action in the community, conserve water at home, install water-saving appliances, and organize community cleanups. So next is the Target 6.4. So increase water use efficiency and ensure fresh water supply. So by 2030, substantially increase water use efficiency across all sectors and ensure sustainable withdrawals and supply of fresh water to address water scarcity and substantially reduce the number of people suffering from water scarcity. So, to increase water use efficiency and ensure fresh water supplies, implement strategies like simple fixing leaks, adapting water-saving, agricultural practices, and recycling wastewater, and also using water-efficient technology across all sectors. So, pwede natin gawing practice yung if ever na hindi naman natin ginagamit yung water while we are brushing our teeth, pwede natin siyang i-off, or we can take at least i-practice man natin yung pag-use ng water sa onti or sa limit na time for such as kapag maliligo tayo or mag-shower, we can conserve our time and at the same time the water, so pwede nating madaliin yung pagligo and yun. Next is the Target 6.5. So, implement integrated water resources management. So, by 2030, implement integrated water resource management at all levels, including through transboundary cooperation as appropriate. So, to implement integrated water resources management, you need to develop a comprehensive plan, including a budget, schedule, and rules, then execute it by coordinating across sectors, ensuring participatory processes with all stakeholders, and building a capable institutional framework. So, continuous monitoring, evaluation, and adaptation is very essential para ma-achieve natin yung sustainable economic, social, and environmental goals na gusto nating ma-achieve. So next is the Target 6.6, protect and restore water-related ecosystems. So by 2030, protect and restore water-related ecosystems including mountains, forests, wetlands, rivers, aquifers, and lakes. So it means protecting and restoring water-related ecosystems involves strategies like improving water quality through wastewater treatment and pollution control, restoring habitats, and implementing sustainable water management practices in areas like agriculture. So, individual actions such as yung pag-conserve ng water, yung pag-practice ng proper waste disposal, and yung pag-participate sa mga community cleanups drive clean up drives is very crucial or highly important para sa effort na to. So next is this target 6.7, expand water and sanitation support to developing countries. So by 2030, expand international cooperation and capacity building support to developing countries in water and sanitation related activities and programs, including water harvesting, desalination, water efficiency, wastewater treatment, recycling and reuse technologies. So by expanding water and sanitation support to developing countries, it involves strengthening international cooperation, building capacity for water-related programs, and promoting integrated approaches like improving infrastructure, investing in new technologies, and restoring water-related ecosystems. So, key components include the providing access to safe drinking water, building sanitation facilities or mga hygiene facilities such as bathrooms, toilet area, and etc., and improving hygiene practices. Last is the target 6.8, support local engagement in water and sanitation management, support and strengthen the participation of local communities in improving water sanitation and management. So, in practicing or in support with local engagement and in water and sanitation management, we can practice empowerment, education, and inclusive decision making. So this involves implementing community-led programs, providing technical training, and ensuring all voices, especially those of women and marginalized groups, are heard and included in planning and maintenance. So let's now proceed in the programs in the Philippines that aligned with clean water and sanitation. So first, we have the Manila Water Foundation or MWF flagship WASH programs is a non-profit in the Philippines that focuses on WASH or water sanitation hygiene in marginalized communities. So it provides access to clean water, hygiene facilities, and hygiene education in schools. Ito kung napapansin nyo, nung before, if naaalala nyo, nung mga elementary days, merong mga projects or programs na ginagawa sa school wherein uh, tinuturuan tayo kung paano yung tamang paghugas ng kamay, kung paano yung tamang pag-toothbrush, and iba pang hygiene na mga lifestyle or yung pag-practice ng mga hygiene lifestyle natin. So, it projects include building hand washing and drinking facilities, conducting hand washing lectures, and promoting proper sanitation to help children maintain a healthy lifestyle. So, ito yung Manila Water Foundation or MWF. Next is the Philippine Water Supply and Sanitation Master Plan or the PWSSMP. So, it is the national roadmap to achieve universal access to safe, sufficient, affordable, and sustainable water and sanitation services by 2030, developed by the NEDA or the National Economic and Development Authority. It aims to address the country's severe water and sanitation challenges, which are projected to worsen without intervention. So, ang key objectives nito is, or ang main goal ng PWSSMP is to provide a unified framework for the country's fragmented water sector to bridge existing gaps and meet national and international targets, including the UN Sustainable Development Goal 6 or the SDG 6. So last is the Pro Water or promoting water and sanitation access, integrity, empowerment, rights, and resiliency. So it is a multi-sectoral program in the Philippines focused especially on vulnerable populations including women and girls, delivering safe water and sanitation through local governments. So it was launched in March 2015. The program aimed to empower citizens and communities with sustainable access to safe water and sanitation services, particularly in waterless municipalities or those areas wherein less than 50% lang ng population is merong access sa safe water. So the program had three main components. First is the improving local governance of safe water, sanitation, and hygiene, or yung tinatawag nating WASH. Second is the demonstrating solutions to broaden access to safe water supply and improve sanitation and hygiene. And last is the generating and utilizing knowledge on safe water, sanitation, and hygiene to inform future policies. So it was a joint program in the Philippines funded by the SDG Fund or the Sustainable Development Goals Fund and the government of Spain.
So, challenges in defining fragile state characteristics in the Philippines water and sanitation programs. So, number one, we have weak government coordination. So, in weak government coordination, ito yung local governments is they have lack of staff, lack of training, yung mga tools nila or yung mga equipment nila is konti lang. Kaya nga yung project is hindi siya matapos-tapos agad. And then, number two is we have unequal access to services. Not everyone benefits equally from water and sanitation projects. Ito yung mga areas na meron silang mga good services while yung iba naman is wala. Bali, meron inequality or unequal of distribution of unequal of distribution of water services. Number three is we have lack of reliable data and monitoring. Many areas do not have updated data on who has access to clean water or sanitations. Ito yung lack of good data. Many places don't have updated information tsaka about doon sa clean water. Kaya nga mahirapan silang magplano at kaya nga it's difficult for them to plan dun sa pag-monitor ng mga data. And then, so next is you have limited funding. Many LGUs rely on national government funds or donors to build and maintain water systems. So ito yun is yung mga limited funds. Madaming mga communities nagdedepende lang doon sa national funds or doon sa mga local or sa mga doon sa mga donations, and then nagiging slow din yung progress kasi nga konti lang yung mga yung money and yung budget. And then number five, we have climate and environmental risk. Floods, droughts, typhoons often damage water sanitation and facilities. Ito yung mga natural threat, mga natural disasters na magiging major threat doon sa ating mga services. And then number six, we have accountability. Some projects suffer from corruption, favoritism, or poor management. Alam naman natin if yung official is hindi talaga siya good public servant, of course, mayroong mga ganito, mayroong mga reduced trust, mayroong mga limits progress, mayroong mga corruptions. Kaya nga, yung mga services is parang wala talaga, no chance talaga. And then, ito yung mga resolutions, no? Number one, we have strengthened government coordination, which means better teamwork among government agencies. Okay. Number two, we have promote inclusive access to services, which is water services must reach everyone, dapat equal to everyone. Number three, we have improved data collection and monitoring. Kailangan accurate ng data, kailangan totoo, and para makapag-create tayo ng good na plano. Okay, yung talagang solido na plano. So, number four, we have secure sustainable funding. Kailangan yung funding is kailangan talaga siya na pang long term siya na funding. Okay, hindi siya pang short term. And then number five is build climate and disaster resiliency. It means that dapat prepare yung about sa floods, yung sa mga droughts and disasters. Dapat preparado tayo doon. And lastly, we have enhance accountability and integrity. Kailangan ma-improve yung honesty, yung transparency doon sa projects, and dapat magkakaroon ng public trust doon sa mga tao. So, yun lang, and thank you.